Everyone, welcome to part 3 of adding and subtracting rational expressions when the denominator is different. So let's look at number 9. You can go ahead and you can factor the denominator. Again, that's a difference of two squares. It's going to be d plus 1 times d minus 1. So it's like number 8 in the previous example. Okay, and we're going to minus d over d minus 1. So we can see that they both share a d minus 1, right? So the common denominator here is going to be, the common denominator is going to be that d plus 1 times d minus 1. Again, the first function, the first fraction, okay, we'll start it down here, has both the d plus 1 and the d minus 1. So we don't have to do anything to that. That's just going to come along for the ride. We don't do anything there. So you have d over d plus 1 times d minus 1. Now if you look at the second fraction here, you can see that it is missing, the d plus 1 here is missing, the d minus 1 is missing the d plus 1. So you're going to take, we're going to subtract here, do that again. You're going to minus d, and you're going to have to multiply that top by d plus 1. Okay? We're going to go ahead now, we're going to multiply that out. We're going to distribute. So you have d minus d squared minus d, all divided by d plus 1 times d minus 1. This d minus d, that's gone. So we're left with negative d over d plus 1 times d minus 1. That's our final answer. In this case, d cannot equal plus or minus 1. So there's our final answer here. All right, number 10 is when now you start to see that the denominators are both different. Okay, so you have both different denominators. And again, the quickest way to get a common denominator is just multiply the denominator. So that's what I'm going to do. X plus 1 times x minus 2. That's the common denominator. Okay? With the first fraction, the x over x plus 1, you're going to multiply that by what it's missing. X plus 1 right here is missing x minus 2. So we're going to multiply that by, that whole fraction by x minus 2. So x minus 2 over x minus 2. And I did this similar result in the first problem. The middle sign is plus. Okay, if we look over here now, this x minus 2 is missing the x plus 1. So that fraction, I did it again. The 8 over x minus 2 is going to be multiplied now by the top and bottom by x plus 1. And now we simplify. So let's go ahead and you're going to multiply. So we're going to have x times x minus 2 plus 8 times x plus 1 all over the common denominator, which is x plus 1 times x minus 2. So now you go ahead and distribute. Okay, you distribute through and you get x squared minus 2x plus 8x plus 8. Distributive property, all divided by that common denominator. Okay, so we're going to now, we'll keep going in purple, hopefully we don't run out of space, okay? We're going to go ahead and keep going, and we're going to ignore number 12 here. Let's just go down here. We'll ignore number 12. And so you have now x squared, okay, 2x, negative 2x plus 8x is positive 6x. Okay, plus 8 over x plus 1 times x minus 2. And now we factor the numerator if we can. Two numbers that multiply to be 8 and add to be positive 6 are x plus 4 and x plus 2. And I did that just to see if there's anything I can take out, and there's not. So this is in we call factored form. Okay, we can't simplify that at all, so here's our answer. And we'll tag along onto that. X cannot equal negative 1 and x cannot equal 2. So there's our final answer. So that's the last couple of examples on adding and subtracting rational expressions. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and type them below, and we'll see you next time.